Take a deep breath, feel the air fill your lungs, and as you let it out, release the tension building in your shoulders. The angels have brought me to you today with a really clear and urgent purpose, guided by Archangel Michael's powerful energy. He's right here, right now, standing by your side like a silent guardian, and his strong presence carries a message your heart's been longing to hear. You, with such a big, generous heart, carry a whole universe of love inside you. Where every family member is a bright star you watch over with care and devotion. Your prayers, often whispered late at night when the world's asleep and your worries kick in, haven't been for nothing. They've gone up to the heavens like sweet incense, and the answer's being delivered to you right now through these words. The angels know about those nights you found yourself thinking about your kids, your grandkids, your home, feeling a subtle unease, a worry you couldn't quite put your finger on. You've probably noticed a bit of a heavy feeling in the air, maybe arguments popping up for no clear reason, a gloom hanging over a loved one, or the sense that unseen forces are trying to chip away at your home's harmony and happiness. You're not imagining things, love. Your spiritual radar is sharp, and your mother's instinct, which is one of the purest forms of intuition, is picking up on those off-kilter energies trying to get close to your most precious treasure, your family. Archangel Michael has come today to say, I've heard your call. The fight for peace in your home isn't just yours. He wants you to know that your faith is a powerful weapon, and your love is the fuel that sparks celestial protection. What I'm about to tell you could change how you see the struggles your family's been facing. There's something really important you need to know about where these troubles come from, and even more importantly, how to put up an unbreakable shield around those you love. These interferences don't always come from obvious places. Often, they disguise themselves as little misunderstandings, words said in the heat of the moment, or hidden envy from people who, even if they smile at you, don't genuinely wish you well. These energies sneak in like fine dust through the cracks of daily life, creating an atmosphere of tiredness, irritability, and disconnection. You feel it, don't you? That unexplainable heaviness that seems to drain the joy from moments that should be light and happy. This message has reached you at just the right time, because Michael is ready to do a deep cleanse, to cut with his sword of light all the negative threads that have been woven around your family. He's here to restore order, peace, and security. Before we go on with the message, type this mantra in the comments: My love lights up the world around me. Feel the truth of that statement, because your love truly is a powerful light. Now, moving on, understand that the protection he offers goes beyond the physical. It's a spiritual shield that stops outside negativity from finding a home in your place. It's a seal of light placed over your front door, over the minds and hearts of everyone in your family. Have you ever noticed that some coincidences in your life aren't just coincidences? The way you stumbled upon this message, the feeling that these words are speaking directly to your soul. All of it is the angel's orchestration, getting you ready for the blessing that's headed your way. Michael isn't just offering protection. He's handing you the keys to your family's spiritual stronghold. He wants to teach you how to be the conscious guardian of this sacred space. Over the next few minutes, I'll walk you through what he wants you to know and do. He wants to show you how to spot the sources of negativity and how to neutralize them with the authority given to you as the matriarch, as a pillar of love and faith. Get your heart ready, because the celestial intervention has already begun. Archangel Michael's presence by your side is your guarantee that you and yours were never left to fend for yourselves. The peace you've been searching for your family isn't some distant dream. It's a reality that'll start being built right from this very moment. But that's not all. There's something even deeper going on behind the scenes of your family's spiritual life. Now that Michael's presence is settled and your heart's open to receive, it's crucial you get your head around the nature of these forces that have been trying to stir up your peace. The angels are asking me to explain this clearly because knowing is the first step to freedom. These adverse energies, which we can call negative influences or spiritual attacks, rarely show up in a spectacular way. They're subtle, sneaky, and feed on tiny cracks. Think of them like dampness seeping into a wall. It starts with a small, almost unnoticeable patch. But if it's not dealt with, it can compromise the whole structure. Likewise, these energies start working on small emotional cracks, an unresolved hurt, a critical word that sparked resentment, the daily grind that opens the door to pessimism. Have you ever noticed how sometimes a quiet family chat suddenly turns into a heated argument over something trivial? Or how one of your loved ones, previously full of life and plans, suddenly finds themselves stuck in a state of apathy and sadness with no logical explanation? These are clear signs these forces are at play. The enemies Michael fights aren't just physical people. Often, the biggest adversaries are feelings and energy patterns, envy, jealousy, the covetousness of others, even if they're not aware of the harm they're sending out. When someone looks at your family, your achievements, the love that binds you, and feels a pang of envy, that energy is sent your way. If your energy field and your families aren't strengthened, that arrow of negative energy can find a target, causing imbalance. Another kind of enemy is the negative memories and patterns we carry ourselves, sometimes from generations back. Those tendencies for arguments over the same old thing, financial difficulties that keep cropping up, health issues that seem to follow a family pattern. Archangel Michael, with his sword of light, has the power to cut these lines of negative, energetic inheritance, freeing not just you, but also your family's future generations. He gets to the root of the problem, clearing the ground so new seeds of prosperity, health, and harmony can sprout. You need to understand, dear one, that you have spiritual authority over your home. Your home is your temple, and your family is your sacred treasure. You don't have to put up with this disorder as normal. Michael's presence today is a call for you to step up and take your place as guardian. Now, before we keep going with this message, type 888 in the comments to call for the infinite protection and balance this number stands for, sealing your intention in the universe. If this message is warming your heart and bringing you the clarity you needed, know that your support, with a kind gesture on the thanks a bunch button, allows us to keep lighting these candles of hope for so many other souls also looking for comfort and guidance. It's a circle of light. You receive, and by chipping in, you help that light reach even further. Moving on with the message, Michael wants you to start noticing the details. Where does the energy feel heaviest in your home? Is there an object that gives you a bad vibe? Is there a relationship that constantly drains your energy? He's inviting you to be a detective of light. Once you spot these things, there's no need to fret. Just picture St. Michael's blue flame, wrapping around and cleansing every situation, every item, every person. See his sword slicing through any energetic ties, linking your family to these troublesome spots. This conscious visualization is a ripper of a prayer and a way to co-create your world with the angels. What I'm about to tell you next is the most potent tool he's handing you today, the cloak of spiritual invisibility. This isn't some make-believe. It's a genuine energy protection technique. When you pray for your family, picture St. Michael covering each of your loved ones with his deep blue cloak. This cloak makes them invisible to malice, envy, and bad vibes. Negative energy simply can't see them. It just passes straight through without sticking. It's an active shield you can refresh every morning. Act with the certainty that your request has been heard, because faith is the essence of what you can't see. Now that you get the nature of these shadows and the importance of your role as guardian, it's time for St. Michael to hand you his most powerful weapon, the shield that will bounce all negativity back to its source, transformed into light. Dear soul, the protection Archangel Michael extends over you and your family is active, dynamic, and impenetrable. The time has come for you to get and learn to use the blue light shield, the strongest defense against all sorts of negativity. Picture St. Michael right in front of you now. He's not some far-off, untouchable figure. He's a real, powerful presence. From his arm, he raises a magnificent shield, not made of metal, but of pure cobalt blue light, a light so intense and vibrant it seems alive. This shield isn't just a barrier, it's a transforming mirror. Any negative energy at all, be it an envious thought, a curse, an intention to harm, or just a low-frequency vibe coming your or your family's way, hits this shield and is instantly reflected. But it doesn't go back as poison to the sender. Saint Michael, with his endless wisdom and fairness, changes that energy. Hatred turns into understanding, envy into blessing, darkness into light. So, you not only protect yourself but also become a healing force for the world without even needing to know where the attack came from. This shield is yours by right. To get it going, all you need is your intention and your belief. Every morning, when you wake up, even before you hop out of bed, close your eyes for a moment and say with conviction out loud or in your head, Archangel Michael in front of me to defend me, Archangel Michael behind me to protect me, Archangel Michael beside me to guide me. I now activate the blue light shield over myself, over my home, and over every member of my family. Say their names if you like. We are sealed in your protective light. No harm can touch us, no negativity can reach us. So it is, and so it shall be. As you do this, picture this light shield forming around you, like a shimmering dome of energy. See it expand, wrapping around your whole house, from the foundations to the roof. Then, see beams of this blue light streaming from your home and wrapping around each of your kids, grandkids, wherever they might be. Watch them head off to work, school, or their other commitments, completely enveloped and protected by this energy, to make sure you never lose one of these light connections and keep boosting your protection every single day. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button on the channel. It helps us keep making meaningful stuff for you. Moving on, the angels want you to get that this shield gets stronger with your own vibe. Feelings like gratitude, joy, and love make it even more solid and shiny. On the flip side, fear, anger, and constant complaining can put little cracks in it. So keeping an eye on your own thoughts and feelings is super important. If you catch yourself whinging or feeling scared, don't beat yourself up. Just take a deep breath and call out to Saint Michael. Say, Michael, Guardian Prince, change this fear into faith right now. You'll feel the energy shift almost straight away. Ever notice that when you're happy and grateful, things just seem to go better, and people around you seem friendlier? That's because your high vibe strengthens your natural shield and draws in more of the same. Saint Michael's protection cranks that effect up 1,000 times, creating a force field around you that only lets in energies compatible with love and light. Here's a big secret I'm going to share with you now. The shield also protects your family from self-sabotage. Often, the enemies that do us the most damage are our own limiting thoughts, our beliefs that we're not good enough, that we don't deserve to be happy. St. Michael's blue light brings mental clarity, clears away confusion and inner negativity, helping your loved ones make better choices, feel more confident, and connect with their true purpose. It's a complete protection from the inside out. The angels are sending you a special sign. Your lucky number for today is 7. Type in the comments, I'm receiving the angels' energy. My lucky number is 7 and I am blessed, sending love and protection to the person I really care about. If this message resonated with you, show your support with a thanks a bunch and help spread this message of light to others who need it. Act as if this protection is already an unshakable reality in your life, because your faith is the command heaven is waiting for to act. But for this shield to have maximum strength, there's a crucial inner step you need to take, a cleanup that will clear all paths for the light to work without a hitch. Dear soul, you're putting up a light shield around your family. an impenetrable fortress under St. Michael's command. However, the angels are showing me that the safest fortress is also one that's clean and peaceful on the inside. There's no point having high walls if the enemy's already living inside. And the most common inner enemy, the one that makes gaps in our spiritual defenses, is a lack of forgiveness. Resentment, hurt feelings, anger held onto from past events. They're like heavy anchors keeping us stuck in a low vibration energy. This dense energy acts like a magnet for more negativity and, even worse, creates cracks in the protection shield you're building. Archangel Michael, with his sword, cuts external ties, but he needs your permission and your will to cut the ties you're holding onto in your own heart. Forgiveness isn't a gift you give to someone else. It's an act of freedom you grant yourself. To forgive doesn't mean forgetting or agreeing with the wrong that was done, or even that you need to hang out with the person who hurt you again. Forgiving simply means consciously deciding you're not going to carry the weight of that offense anymore. It's like letting go of a rope that was hurting your hand. The other person might keep holding their end, but you've chosen to let go of yours. You've chosen peace. The angels know there are painful memories in your heart, words that cut you deep, actions from people, maybe even family, that caused you a lot of grief. You might have tried to push those feelings down, but they're still there, like embers under the ashes, giving off a bitter energy that taints your present and blocks your future blessings. St. Michael is right there with you now to give you the strength you need to do this cleanup. He gets why you might be a bit hesitant. The human part of us often believes holding on to anger is a way to punish someone else, to make sure they don't get away with it. But the spiritual truth is, the only person copping the punishment is you. You're drinking the poison of resentment, hoping the other person will suffer. Today, Archangel Michael is calling on you to break this pattern. Forgiveness energy is one of the highest vibes out there, and when you tap into it, your energy field expands, your light shines brighter, and your shield of protection becomes unbreakable. Before we go on, the angels want you to do a little clearing exercise. Jot down in the comments a list of people, including yourself, you'd like to forgive. Picture each one, send them love, and say, "I forgive you and I set you free. May peace be with you." Feel that lightness and freedom forgiveness brings. Do this daily to boost your inner peace and let go of the worry. Continuing with the message, it's vital that you include yourself on this list. How many times have you given yourself a hard time over past mistakes? How often have you given yourself a serve for not being the mum, wife, or woman you reckon you should have been? Not forgiving yourself is one of the biggest open doors for feelings of unworthiness and sadness to sneak in. You did your best with what you had and what you knew at the time. Go on, forgive yourself. Embrace your story with a bit of kindness. By doing this, you heal yourself and, by example, teach your kids and grandkids to be gentler with themselves. Here's something really powerful. When you forgive, you snip those negative karmic ties that bind you to those people and situations. You free not only yourself, but also the other person at a soul level, so each of you can get on with your own growth. Often, the same old family dramas that keep popping up are tied to these tangled energy knots of unforgiveness, passed down through the generations. By choosing to forgive, you become the healer of your family line. You're the turning point, deciding, from me this chain of hurt stops. From me only love and peace will move through to my descendants. Do you feel how massive this act is? It's not a sign of weakness, but the bravest, most spiritually powerful thing a soul can do. Call on Archangel Michael, ask for his help to untangle those knots of hurt in your heart. Picture his sword slicing through those dark cords and see light filling the space that's been cleared. With a lighter heart, Michael's protection can now spread in ways you can't even imagine, reaching parts of your life that were stuck before. Dear soul, With your heart now lighter and cleansed by forgiveness, the stage is set for Archangel Michael's protection to spread out big time, wrapping around each of your family members personally and directly. Your prayers, your love, and your faith act like a powerful beacon. It's through the light you send out that Michael finds the straightest path to those you care about, no matter where they are. Get this, it's really important. When you pray for the protection of a child, a grandchild, or your husband, you're not just sending good wishes. You're switching on a spiritual communication network. You become a direct channel for angelic help in their lives, even if they don't share your faith, even if they're distant or going through a skeptical phase. A mother's or grandmother's love goes beyond any barrier. It's an invisible golden thread that links them to you and through you to the heavens. Right, let's make this practical. The angels want you to visualize this protection in action. Close your eyes for a moment and bring to mind one of your loved ones. See them in their daily grind, heading off to work, studying, driving, chatting with others. Now picture the impressive and loving figure of Archangel Michael walking right alongside them. See the blue light of his cloak wrapping around them, creating a personal bubble of safety. If your child has an important meeting, visualize Michael ahead of them, opening the way, clearing the air of any unfair competitive vibes, and bringing clarity to their words. If your grandchild is at school, see Michael's shield around them, protecting them from bad influences, from bullying, and making them invisible to any danger. If someone in your family is facing health issues, visualize Michael's sword cutting the energetic roots of that illness, while his healing angels pour an emerald green light of recovery over their body. Ever noticed how sometimes you get a gut feeling about one of your kids, and then minutes later, you find out something's happened? That's your golden thread humming, your intuitive connection doing its thing. The angels are inviting you to use this connection not just to fret, but to actively protect. When you feel that unease, instead of giving in to fear, stop straight away and do this visualization. Call on Michael and send him as a personal guardian for that person. Say, Archangel Michael, I send you now as the guardian of my child. Say the name. Surround them with your light, protect them from all harm, guide their steps, and free them from all danger. I trust in your protection. Thank you. This command, born from your mother's love, has immense power in the spiritual world. You are, quite literally, sending out a legion of angels to look after your mob. Here's something really lovely. This protection also works for relationships within the family. If there are conflicts between siblings or between you and one of your children, visualize Michael's blue cloak of light wrapping around both of them during a conversation. Ask him to dissolve the energies of anger, misunderstanding, and pride, and allow only love and truth to come through. You'll see how conversations become calmer and more productive. Michael's energy doesn't force anyone, but it does clear away negative interferences, letting each person's loving core shine through. This daily practice of visualization and sending angelic protection will transform your family's dynamic. You'll move from being a worried observer to an active agent of peace and safety. Your home will become a headquarters of light, and you, the loving general directing the forces of good. Don't underestimate your power. A praying mum or grandma, linked up with Archangel Michael's strength, is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. And when that protective light you send out meets the darkness trying to get close to your loved ones, a silent battle is fought and won on the spiritual plane, often without them even realizing the danger they were saved from. Dear soul, now that you've learnt to extend that shield of protection over each of your loved ones, it's time to get your head around what happens when that light bumps into darkness. Archangel Michael isn't just a passive protector. He's the commander of the heavenly armies. His actions are decisive, his sword spot on. The fight he takes on for your family is all about harmony, truth, and freedom. It's important not to picture some violent scene, but more a process of cleansing and sorting things out. like a skilled surgeon precisely removing a growth to bring back good health. When you send Michael's protection and that light wraps around your family, any low-vibe energy trying to get close is immediately met head-on. Think about someone feeling a bit of the green-eyed monster over your child's success. That energy, as it gets near the blue shield, is neutralized. The person who sent it might even feel a sudden loss of interest, as if the target has lost its spark, because the negative energy just can't latch on anymore. Bad energy thrives on negativity, but St. Michael's light clears it out. That sword of light we often talk about isn't for destroying things. Its job is to cut. What does it cut? It severs those toxic energy ties your family might have with others. You know, that friendship that just saps your daughter's energy and leaves her feeling flat. St. Michael's sword works to naturally weaken that connection, so your daughter feels on her own the need to step away. It cuts through manipulation at work, allowing unfairness and deceit to surface and lose their grip. It severs the threads of addiction and self-destructive habits, bringing fresh clarity and willpower to those who are struggling. St. Michael's triumph shows up in the physical world in subtle yet powerful ways. It might be a nasty plan someone has against your family that just goes pear-shaped for no good reason. It could be a person with bad intentions who suddenly gets transferred to another town or simply drifts out of your lives. It might be the truth about a situation coming to light, showing who's who and unmasking those enemies who pretended to be friends. Before we go on, share this video with 2 loved ones who need this message of hope and belief. Let's build a chain of love and mutual support together. Leave a comment with a prayer for your guardian angel. Now, to continue, St. Michael's actions also bring back harmony in your home. If your home environment has felt heavy, full of arguments and sadness, picture the archangel walking through each room, wielding his blue fiery sword. See him cutting through all the cobwebs of stagnant energy, clearing out the painful memories that cling to the walls and objects. After this cleanup, picture him filling the whole space with his blue light of peace and protection. Do this with belief, and you'll feel the vibe of your home shift. It'll become lighter, more cheerful, a real sanctuary of peace where everyone feels safe and loved. Ever noticed how after a big storm, the air feels cleaner and fresher? St. Michael's help works the same way. He might bring some uncomfortable truths to light or push for the resolution of problems that were being swept under the rug. This battle process might seem a bit chaotic for a bit, but it's the necessary storm to clear the air and bring the sunshine back. Trust the process. St. Michael's triumph isn't about having no challenges, but the assurance that through every challenge, light will win out. Justice will be served, and your family will come out stronger, more united and more protected than ever. The spiritual struggle is real, but your belief, combined with St. Michael's power, ensures the end result is always the victory of light. Your family is already under this heavenly guard. The clearing has started. Now that the cleanup's done and the triumph declared, how do you keep this fortress of light permanently standing around your family? Dear soul, the big struggle has been fought, the clearing completed, and the light's triumph declared over your home and family. Archangel Michael's presence has sealed every crack and raised an impenetrable shield. Now peace reigns. But the angels are asking me to pass on the last and perhaps most important part of this message: how to maintain this fortress of light, how to nurture this state of grace and protection every day. Heavenly protection isn't a one-off thing, but an ongoing partnership, a dance of cooperation between you and the heavens. St. Michael and his legions stay on guard, but your vibe, the energy you and your family put out, is what keeps the fortress gates firmly shut against any new attempts of negativity trying to sneak in. The first and most powerful pillar for upkeep is gratitude. Gratitude is the prayer the universe loves to hear most. It's a high-frequency seal that lifts the vibration of everything it touches. At the end of each day, before you hit the sack, set aside a moment. It doesn't need to be long. Just close your eyes and give thanks. Thank Saint Michael for the protection given. Thank him for your family's health, for food on the table, for a roof over your heads, for the small joys of the day. By focusing on what you have, instead of what's missing or what you're scared of, you shift your energy frequency from scarcity and fear to abundance and belief. This vibe of gratitude strengthens the light shield in an amazing way. The second pillar is watchful words. Words have creative power. Constantly complaining, gossiping, uttering curses or pessimism, even if it's just off the cuff, creates tiny cracks in your protection. Become the guardian of the words spoken in your home. Encourage praise, supportive words, loving conversations. When a negative word is said, there's no need to kick up a fuss. Just, in your heart, ask Saint Michael to wrap that word in his blue light and change it. Over time, your home's atmosphere itself will start to push away negativity, and people will naturally feel like communicating in a more positive way. The third pillar is the act of blessing. To bless is to call light upon something or someone. Bless your kids when they leave home. Bless the food you share. Bless the money that comes in and goes out. Bless your home, your car, your work. A blessing is a command of light that programs the energy around you for good. By blessing your enemies, or those you feel don't wish you well, you practice the highest level of protection. You disarm them with love, cutting the cycle of negativity at its source. Don't underestimate the power of a silent blessing coming from a genuine heart. Lastly, keep the connection simple. You don't need complex rituals. Have an image of Saint Michael in a special spot at home if that helps you remember his presence. Light a blue or white candle once a week with the intention of strengthening your home's protection. And most importantly, chat with him like a mate. Tell him your worries, thank him for the wins. This personal and ongoing relationship is what keeps the alliance alive and strong. Your home is now a beacon of light, a heavenly outpost on earth. You, dear soul, have been named the guardian of this beacon. Your mission isn't to fight, but simply to keep the light burning. Do this with love, with gratitude, and with the unwavering certainty that you and all yours are, and always will be, under Archangel Michael's unbeatable shield. Peace is yours by right. Safety is your reality. Live in it. If this message connected with you and your situation, write in the comments. My family is under Archangel Michael's protection. Share your experiences below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.